I'm going to propose a theory. My theory is that Kamala Harris is an alcoholic and in recovery, or at least trying to be. That's my theory. I cannot prove it. I can simply use previous experience of mine and the fact that I'm an addiction scholar to assess previous patterns of other people, so I'm suggesting there's a likelihood. I do not have any inside information that proves this. So before we go into the video, let's look at the last video she made, which went down very badly, and a lot of people could see she was clearly off message, not understanding any of the real platitudes she was giving, and a lot of the media, at least 70%, thought she was drunk or on pills, or both. So let's watch that now, and then I'm going to come in afterwards with some knowledge which might make that a reality. Again, she could be a recovering alcoholic in treatment. She could not. I'm just going to paint some facts that would indicate that she might be. Very careful of myself. I don't want to get killed. Don't get me killed, please. So watch this, and we'll come back in a bit.
I have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
Now, you've seen that. Now tell me I'm wrong in assuming or thinking she's drunk. Tell me, does she look like someone who's been dragged backwards through a hedge twice? Or been on a 3-week cleansing holiday in Hawaii, which would naturally have rejuvenated her skin and her looks? She looks pretty inflamed and desperate. Now, here are the reasons why I think she was in rehab, and here are the reasons why I think she wasn't successful this time. Because of that video. Her drinking was a question mark throughout the election. A minor question mark, but always a question mark. People are like, do you really like 1 glass of wine, or do you like 5? You know, there's lots of mentions of her having boxes of wine, and she's often pictured with a glass in her hand, which is not a good thing to do if there's a small rumour going around you might be an alcoholic. But here's why I really think that she's possibly an alcoholic who has sought treatment. Is one, there's no shortage of luxury Hawaiian treatment facilities. 2, no treatment is ever effective in less than 2 weeks. So you can be detoxed from alcohol, but if you want any type of rehab, 2 weeks is a minimum, 3 weeks isn't bad, 4 weeks is a standard. Now, am I to believe that she's gone to Hawaii and not one of the Hawaiian press has ever taken a photograph of her being there? That's a question mark. We knew she was in Hawaii, but she needed to answer some of the biggest questions ever asked. And she was in Hawaii. There were reporters in Hawaii. You can fly to Hawaii. For those of stupid TDS anti-Trumpers who moved to Hawaii, you're still in the United States. You idiot. You know, that's vindication, really. But no, I think this other thing that she's moved back in with her parents, because see, that resonates so much with me in terms of that was a major thing brought into addiction management later than obviously all the 12-step books were released. I still do believe, I've been sober for years. I still do believe in those being probably the best way. I've checked every other recovery model. I do conclude that AA and that kind of fellowship is the best long-term way for sobriety, if that's what you want, or whatever your typical is, if it's narcotics or Even if it's worse, if it's gambling, it's pretty essential, because gambling's the worst addiction there is. But Kamala, 3 weeks unphotographed, living with parents. 3 weeks unphotographed, then makes a statement, and she's obviously drunk something, and now she's staying with her parents. Recommending staying with parents has been done in every rehab centre for about 25 years. Doesn't matter how your marriage is, unless you've got lots of kids, you go back to your parents to recover. Now, Godspeed if she is an alcoholic. I hope she gets recovery. I hope she gets her first year and whatever they celebrate. I stopped counting. But it is a question. Why was there no shots, no press, nothing of her in Hawaii while she was away? Why was she not hounded by the press while she was away? Because she was in a secluded enclosure where no press would ever be allowed? It's a theory. Let me know in the comment box down below what you think. It's definitely a theory. And I'm having that one because it's my theory. So, if you enjoyed the thing, please do give me the likies, subscribies, and sharies that YouTube's all about. It's always a pleasure to make these videos. You be good this week. I'll be lucky. I'll see you soon.